What is up, everyone? It is the Jarl Steinfox here, and I have some disturbing news, which, unfortunately, to many of you, many of us in the pagan community, does not come as a surprise, because we are under attack once more. Media outlets all over the United States, and it's probably gonna, blow over soon to Europe as well, are writing about this guy named Richard Allen. Apparently, he or a group he is involved with, a Odinism group, a bunch of white supremacists, Odinists, whatever, I don't fucking know how they called it, sacrificed, because that's still a thing that us pagans do nowadays, human sacrifices. Yeah, so a bunch of white supremacists who believe that the white race is above all other races sacrificed two white girls, two Caucasian teenage girls, in what they dubbed a Odinic, I don't even fucking know how to say it, ritual. Yeah, because that makes sense. If you believe that the white race is above all other races, you kill people from the race that you think is superior, and especially girls, women who are coming, who are teenagers, who would eventually grow up to be, assuming they grew up normally, would be fertile white women, which should be the dream of every white supremacist. So that's one thing that doesn't add up to this whole story. And of course, us at the tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, and especially the tribal elders, myself, Thane Josh, and Raven, our Vitki, we have done some research, we have done some due diligence. We have, all three of us, I should say, have wrote a Substack article about that. I will leave those in the description down below, but the bullet points that I have written down, the white supremacist stuff just doesn't make sense. Yeah, and we don't perform human sacrifices anymore. Not that we really did. That's another thing that most historical outlets are pushing. The idea that, back in the Viking age, it's always the Viking age, like, there were other ages too before that. That's just a couple hundred years. Anyway. That human sacrifices were prevalent, that, we did them all the freaking time. Yeah, no. I mean, there are definitely stories and witnesses that the Battle of Teutoburg, I believe. Was that the battle? One moment, let me look this up real quick. I gotta get my facts straight. Now. Okay, back. The Battle of the Teutoburg Forest in Germany, also described as the Varian disaster, was was a major battle between Germanic tribes and the Roman Empire. Of course, lots of prisoners of war, lots of Roman soldiers taken prison. And yeah, some of these soldiers who were taken prison, who were slain on the battlefield, they were sacrificed to Odin, to Wotan, as he is known in the Germanic countries. Because, Wotan is looking for the elite of the elite. He's looking for elite fighters to, take with him into Ragnarok to train and feast and train some more in Valhalla. So, yeah, a bunch of Roman legionnaires, a bunch of Roman professional soldiers. Hey, warrior's a warrior, soldier's a soldier, they can come in handy. Ragnarok is hitting all of us. Them too. Why not? But the Battle of the Teutoburg Forest, let me get this straight, was, 9 AD. So we're talking, oh god, math, 1100 years ago. Things have changed since then. A lot. So yeah, we don't do that anymore. And especially not like two young girls to Odin. Like, what's Odin gonna do with two young girls? Like, it's like, okay, girls, welcome in Valhalla. Here are a bunch of, roughneck, battle-hardened warriors, and here too, so take a seat. No, that doesn't make sense. So that's bullshit. Let's see. Oh yeah, Odinism is not a group of people. It's not like, oh, those people are forming a Odinism. Did I? No. Odinism is a faith. It's a particular subset of Asatru, or however you want to call it. It is the worship and veneration of Odin, or Wotan, the most powerful god of the Aesir. The Aesir tribe, one of the tribes of the gods. Aesir, the Vanir. So, to say that he was part, or, involved with a white nationalist group called Odinism is just a nonsense and false statement in of itself. Odinism is not a group of people. And the fourth point, whatever, that I have written down, at least in my Substack, and I do recommend reading the one from Thane Josh and R. Vitke Raven as well. That is the, Pagan Post and the Raven's Nest, respectively. First of all, there's a lot of blame shifting going on. The media especially isn't looking at Alan and what he supposedly did. It's all about the group of Vinlanders with a V, V-I-N, Landers, which is basically North American pagans. So, USA, Canada, North America, the continent of North America. And the so-called sacrifice that they performed. This was all covered up by police initially. English is not my native language. It's been a long day. Excuse me. And now he's getting apparently Alan is also getting harassed by jail officers wearing patches. Okay, saying, here's the kicker, "In Odin we trust." Bunch of wannabe fakers. Okay? No. 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 Just no. Okay? Done. But yeah, so Native Europeans, our Native European faith, is under attack once more. It's a witch hunt. It's the satanic panic all over again, or at least a effort to make the satanic panic happen. They lob them all together, like Satanism, paganism, heathenry, heresy, all the same. No, that's not true. But warrior cultures are already on at least the FBI watch list, and you can guarantee if they are on the FBI watch list, they are probably on multiple watch lists. What's the one here in the Netherlands? The IVD, probably, or at least like taking notes, copying their homework. But we, the good pagans, actual pagans, we behave ourselves. We don't go out murdering, pillaging, raping. No. It's no use. Not anymore. It's not the culture anymore. Culture changed too. So, they have to create a scapegoat to, blast him all over the media and be like, Odinism and white supremacism and himmy, this, that, and all the other fucking stupid shit. But, they can't prove it. The media can't prove it. The prosecutors can't prove it, that it was, a religious act, that it was sacrifice. So, yeah, it's all a sham. It's all meant to vilify our warrior culture, to again weaken our faith, weaken the strong European man, take away our heritage, take away our faith, as they have done so many times before. Yeah. Not to say that he didn't commit a crime. Not to say that he unfortunately did murder those 2 young girls. He probably did. I don't know if he did. I'll believe that part. I'll believe that he did. A crime has been committed. That much I am sure of. Okay? Let's just put that out there. I'm not gonna go all conspiracy and whatever. Don't fucking care. A crime has been committed. That's serious enough. He's not one of us. He's not a pagan. He's not Odinist. He's not heathen. He's not a Asatru, whatever the fuck you want to call it. He's not one of us. We do not claim him. We do not want him. We do not accept him. Every group that does, every tribe that does, and says they represent paganism, says they represent heathenism, they do not belong to us. They do not belong to heathenism. They are not warriors of Odin. They are not Botanic people. And that's the fucking end of it. Okay? This is an attack on us. This is what the media does. They have to weaken us because we are the strong. It's not pagans, heathens, witches, Wiccans, warlocks whatever, who are your enemy. We are on your side. It's the media. It's the government. It's the usual, the ones who are robbing us of our money, who are taking away everything that we own and taxing it twice, thrice, 4 times. The ones who clearly do not care about you or whatever happens to you or your family or whatever. We do. We fucking do. We care about you. We fight for you. We fight for our people. We fight for Europe. We fight for the European people. We're pro-Europe. Does not mean we're anti all the other stuff. All the other people. Whatever they do, whatever. We don't care. We care about Europe and the European people and the well-being of the European people. Our people. We built Europe. We made Europe. Those are our gods that they vilify and disgrace. Enough of this. I'm going to end it here. It's been quite a long video already. Thank you for watching. Check out the Substack articles that our tribe has written about it, that our tribal elders have written about it, on the Heathen Herald, on my Substack, mine, Fireface Substack, the Pagan Post by Thane Josh, and the Raven's Nest from our Vitki, Raven Wolfgar. All of the links will be in the description below, together with, of course, the links for everything concerning the tribe of the Greyhorn Pagans, how you can support us, how you can support me, how you can help us. Because if you can help us, we can help you. If we can help you, we can help everyone. We can help the European people. We can make it through this Kali Yuga. We can make the pagan revival a thing. Okay? Thank you all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, until the next podcast, which should be in like 5 days. In the meantime, Europa